All right, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you guys out tonight for our Getting Started training. You could have definitely been anywhere, but you chose to be here tonight and to be at this training. So, they say the key to getting ahead is actually getting started. I'll tell you a little about myself. My name is Lou Smith, a global power here with the Shop at Sherlock. Have been with Power Team Marketing for a few years now, and got to tell you, we have a phenomenal, team of leadership. And my background, I'm pretty much a rebel in terms of corporate America. I have been completely unemployable for the past 21 years, meaning I have been self-employed, not working for anyone for the past 21 years. So I guess my family says that I am like Tommy on the Martin Show, if you guys remember Martin, because most people don't understand network marketing. They don't understand entrepreneurship. So whenever you're not punching a clock or going in to work every day, they just feel like, oh, well, she does one of those things. So anyway, I took the path very early on in real estate. I was a broker with Remax in selling high-end real estate, and did very well. I don't think I really need to spell out to you guys what happened in that arena within the last several years, but then I reverted to my passion of travel and start specializing in actually group travel, and that is fun, exciting, it's cute, but I don't know, you guys tell me, when is the last time you used a travel agent? Why in the chat box is the last time that you actually booked your travel, you just went ahead and booked online yourself? Why in the chat box says that's what you did? Just found a deal and booked it yourself online. You need to know who I am talking to. Can you guys hear me? Cool. Oh, thanks. I'm so glad that you can hear me, Joyce. I know we were having problems last week. But anyway, so I've been unemployed for the past 21 years, just a true hustler to the heart, such a hard worker. I always tell people, I don't know anybody who has experienced financial success working a job, so if you can show me at least one person, then I'll do it your way. If not, I've got to hustle and do something different. I can accept whether I make it happen or not. What I can't accept is somebody else dictating to me what they think I'm worth, regardless of how hard I work, just dictating a cap on, what they're going to pay me. And so I just really had a problem with that. Like I said, you consider me a rebel if you'd like. But so anyway, success and relationship coach. And since I've been here in the boondocks, I haven't been into the relationship coaching, but I'm telling you, I've had a couple of marriages from my trips, and, we used to do some fun stuff as a, thank you, Joyce, as, part of the group travel and singles travel and stuff like that. So it's been very, very fun time. For those of you who do know me, I love to keep it fun. I'm a shark. I'm really, I love money, but I just have to create a platform for myself where I'm having fun as well, because I love to laugh and be really crazy. So that's what I like about this thing. We can have fun with, So anyway, actually the key to getting ahead is getting started, and I'm glad you're here. But now that you're here, let's go ahead and identify your why. What is driving you? You got to know why you even joined Shop at Sherlock in the first place. A lot of times we get complacent, but, we all desire, we're supposed to have a life of abundance. So it's very natural that we dream, that we desire to have more. It's just that most of the times, fear kicks in. So the thing is, identify why did you join Shopping Sherlock? It was something, you were at some point where you wanted something different. You didn't just do it as a hobby. You did it because you said, wait a minute, this makes sense, and you know what, I got to make something happen. I mean, let's just be honest. We didn't do it because we were twiddling our thumbs here. Now, what are you most passionate about? Because, network marketing and these opportunities are vehicles. They really are vehicles to get you, from point A to your final destination. So we're going to show you how to do that. But, how would an extra $300 to $1,000 a month coming into your household each and every month, how would that impact your life? And some people say, well, $300, $1,000 is not a lot of money, in it, additional a month. But statistics have already proven that 75% of the bankruptcies that actually took place, bankruptcies and foreclosures, if they had an extra $300 to $500, they wouldn't have had to file. Is that crazy? Or they wouldn't have lost their home. So it is very significant. It doesn't look like it's significant, but on a monthly basis, absolutely. What are some of your dreams and goals? A lot of times we just stop dreaming. We don't even set any goals. Or we set goals that are so attainable, we aim too low and we actually hit. And then you need to know, coming in the gate, starting your business, you need to know what is going to happen when somebody tells you no. Are you going to close down shop? Are you going to say, oh, it doesn't work because Jethro and Big Mama doesn't believe in network marketing? Are you going to put a for sale sign on your business? I mean, really. So these are things that you really need to know before you even get going. Because, for me, nobody who's ever said no, they haven't paid a bill. So it really, I don't get attached to the outcome. It is our duty. I feel like we have such a huge opportunity that it's my duty to share it with others, but I am not in charge of the outcome of whether they see it as an opportunity for themselves or not. Does that make sense? I mean, we're all adults here. Either you see it as an opportunity for yourself or you don't. But it is definitely my duty to share. And a lot of times that's where we fall short as affiliates. Now, and I will have this change next week. We actually just changed the back office. If you guys get a moment after this training, go ahead and go to shopingsherlock.com. You are going to see a facelift. We have gone through a facelift, and so it's going to look a little different, actually a lot different than this back office, but the same thing. There's going to be a back office tab. You're going to click on that. It acts as a twofold. So our shopingsherlock.com gains us access. It gains your customers access to their Sherlock Saver. And all you have to do is make sure that you give them your invite code, which is your rep ID number. But now, once you're here, two things I want you guys to do immediately. Okay? I'm going to say that you're really not in business to do business until you do these two things. So, one of the things is you want to activate your $34.95 subscription fee. You guys, it does not happen manually. So this is something that you have to do after you're active in the system. So you want to, on the right tab, there is something called Manage Monthly Subscription. So you want to click on that. You want to put in whatever credit or debit card that you have that you want that $34.95 to be withdrawn from. Of course, the first month, it's not going to take it out of there. So you're just setting it up, and it won't be a withdrawal, until 30 days later from the time you set it up. So you don't have to worry about that. But the second thing is you want to register for your International Payoneer card so that you can get paid. Position yourself to get paid. So, the way that they pay is it's called a Payoneer. And it is a debit card. It's an international debit card. We have lots of people from other countries. Most network marketing companies that are international, they use the Payoneer system. If you, by chance, already have a Payoneer card, let's say that you were with another company previously and you guys were operating on a Payoneer card, then you can keep the cart that you have. All you have to do is sync it with your Shopping Sherlock account. And if you click on this tab, it's going to walk you right through the steps of doing that. I don't know, it takes about 10 seconds to do it. If you don't have a pre-existing Payoneer card, then just click on the tab, and it's going to walk you through the registration process. You're going to receive your card in the mail, and you'll be good to go. Does that make sense? Did I lose anybody? Okay. So with that, once you do those two things, now I'm going to say you are ready to rock and roll. Now, we here at Power Team Marketing, we offer a free marketing system for our team. In order to set it up, you want to go to SherlockPowerTeam.com. SherlockPowerTeam.com. There is going to be a 6.5-minute video that walks you through the steps of properly setting up your marketing system. Please take the time to watch the video first. Okay? Once you set up your marketing system, it is awesome. Works kind of on autopilot. So now when you go in and you set it up, you're going to see a lead capture page. You're going to see two different lead capture pages. One is going to be, here you see a guy, and he's talking about how you can make money by giving away a free app. This is the lead capture to your actual, for the business part of it, for prospecting. And the other one is customer acquisition capture page. So what I suggest to you guys, you're in business for yourself now. It's time for you to start branding you. Does that make sense? Time for you to start branding yourself. So what I have done, I have two different domain names. And one I have directed for prospects, and the other one I have for customer acquisition. Alrighty? And if you guys want, you can look at my customer. You guys probably already know but my customer one, and I don't need you guys signing up, but I just want you to see the capture page. Did you guys see that? I don't know if I posted. Did you guys see me typing? No? No. Okay. So if you guys go to shoppingdiva.info. Let me see if that'll post. Nope, I can't even type in here. I'm sorry, guys. For some reason, I can't type. Okay, so anyway, shoppingdiva.info, I-N-F-O, and you will see my capture page. Again, don't sign up there if you're going to look through it or go through the steps. Just put test as the name, test, first name, last name, test at Gmail, so that I know it's not a real person, okay? I am not trying to capture you guys. So anyway, this is what it looks like for the prospects. So what I love about our marketing system, and why in the chat box if you guys are still with me, if you can still hear me. Hello, hello, hello. Why in the chat box if you guys can still hear me? That is so weird. I don't see anybody posting anything. Why in the chat box, please, if you guys can still hear me? Dan, did you have a question? Did you have a question, Dan?
I just wanted to say I was trying to write stuff and it just doesn't show up in the box. So I don't know how many people were there or what's going on, but the chat box isn't working.
It's doing the exact same thing for me. Thank you. So now I know it's a common problem.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
wanted to let you know what was going on.
Okay. If you guys have any questions or whatever, raise your red flag, okay? Because I cannot, for some reason, I can't see you guys typing and you can't see me typing. So raise your red flag if there's an issue. Okay. So anyway, so this is for the prospects. They would put in their name, email, and phone number. Click on Find Out More. Once they click on Find Out More, it's going to actually take them. Give me a moment. Joyce, did you have something to say referencing what I'm talking about on the training? Joyce?
It's doing the same here. We can't type nothing in the chat box either.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's just something going on tonight. Don't worry about it, guys. We'll work around it. So if you guys have any questions or anything, just raise your red flag. Okay? And so we'll work around it. I'll be able to unmute you and we can keep it moving. So so what happens is once you capture their information, the very next page is going to take them to a video, the overview video. It's going to tell them about the Sherlock. At that point, they have the option to join now. If they click on join now, it's going to take them right to your sign up page if you guys have set up your capture pages properly. You see it says, it tells who the sponsor is, Lou Smith. It even gives the enroller ID. It gives my email address and my phone number. So if a person has questions or anything, they have everything they need, including my sign-up link. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. And what I love about this system is it follows up. It follows up with your prospect on your behalf on your behalf. I'm going to say so you don't have to, but you always want to kind of reach out here and there to your prospect. But what this does is it sends them out an email once a week with just information regarding the Sherlock, and it's basically, like I said, it's a follow-up, and so that is pretty neat. But that won't happen unless you have funneled them through the system. Now, if they click on Join Now, you'll see it takes them right to your sign-up sheet. It's already pre-populated with your rep ID number right here. Okay? It'll already be pre-populated with your rep ID number. They just fill out the form, and they're in. So it's very, very easy. I love the marketing system. Like I said, each and every one of you guys get yours free, on our team. So the other capture page is the customer capture page. So for me, I copied this URL that's at the top. I forward it to my personalized domain name, the shoppingdiva.info. And here what happens is it plays a video. I think the video is about 1.5 minutes or something. It just kind of explains the cash back and things of that nature and just kind of how the Sherlock works. A person would log in with their name, their email address, and phone number. They click on sign up free. It's going to take them to the sign up sheet. Like I said, it looks a little bit differently now. We just had a facelift today. But now here's the kicker. One thing about the customer capture page is you will need to give them your ID code, your invite code, which is your rep ID number. It doesn't pre-populate. For some reason, that part isn't set up. So all they have to do is put in your ID code, their username, password, and email address. Now, here's, let me give you guys a secret. Now, I have a video floating around that shows you how to give away 100 free Sherlocks in 10 days or less. And how you do it is I have a script that you use, and that is located in our Facebook group under the Files tab. Go under the Files tab, and it's also in our Power Team Marketing team training website. It is there as well. So the script, and basically in the nutshell, what the script does is basically you're asking people, you're telling them, hey, how's it going? I want to give you a free membership to, that's going to save you, up to 74% on products and services online, a free membership. What's your email address? Really, all you're doing is asking for their email address. So the good thing about it is the way that the script is written, you're telling them exactly what you want, why you want it, and if they give you their email address, by default, they are agreeing to be your customer. Okay? So when they give you the email address, you guys can actually set their membership up yourself. So what you would want to do, when they give you their email address, I want you guys to get in the habit of putting their information, send them through the capture first. So they gave you the email address. You already know their name. You're going to type in their name. You type in their email address. You don't have to type in a phone number. It will let you get by without a phone number. You guys click on sign up now. And then you go ahead, and I want you guys to create their Shopping Sherlock membership. So you're going to put in your invite code. You put in their username, first name, last name, no space. Their password. I use Sherlock1 as the password, and their email address, which they gave you. And click on register. Bam, they're your customer. Now, what you would do at that point, there is a welcome letter also in the training. There's a welcome letter that lets them know that, they're all set. And Sherlock 1 is actually their temporary password. And they can go in and they can change their password, okay? But they are your customer, and you didn't have to wait for them to hee and haw for 3 weeks or never, maybe, for them to become a customer. People will string you along, and the reason being is because when you ask someone to be your customer, you're waiting for them to take action. When you ask for their email address and you sign them up as your customer, you can move on. They're your customer, and that's that. Does that make sense? So you guys are going to get a lot more customers being proactive, enrolling them yourself, but you have to ask for the email address. Even if you already have their email address, you have to utilize the script asking for their email address, because once they give it to you, they're agreeing to be your customer. That's what seals the deal. So you can't just sign people up blindly. I don't want you guys doing that. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm sorry. I know you guys can't type. But hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So now the next thing you want to do, familiarize yourself with the Shopping Sherlock. Okay, so, and how do you do that? Start shopping. Start searching. All you guys have to do, you want to type in whatever keyword. For me, I am a professional window shopper. So let's say I see an electronics product that I'm looking for. I'm going to go straight to Best Buy or whatever. I'm going to copy and paste the exact title. And I am going to put it right here in my Shopping Sherlock and begin my search. And so at that point, I'm going to be shopping apples and apples, the exact same thing. And when using this, remember, it's pretty much, it's a search engine that searches search engines. So you want to kind of narrow it down as much as possible. But we have, when I tell people, and I was looking at articles, and if you guys really understand with what is going on in the industry right now, tons of investors, you have Google and Amazon, they're going toe-to-toe. They just started delivery service today in LA, same-day delivery service, so a person can order in LA and receive their order same day. So they just started that. Both of them just started that today in LA. So they're kind of everybody's kind of going toe to toe, because e-commerce is a new real estate. Everybody is trying to get as much cyberspace, online cyberspace with stores as they possibly can. Now, what I love about Shopping Sherlock is while all these people are getting it together, it doesn't matter. We have a platform that shops them all. So, I saw an article, and I posted it on my page earlier, that Google, they said, well, searching, they said online searching for products and services is one of the most lucrative, things about the e-commerce industry. And the reason being is because Google gets paid for clicks on the ads, right? So, but they don't get paid for actual, clicks or when people purchase and stuff like that. With the Shopping Sherlock, we're getting paid for the, on active users who click, who browse, who price compare, the whole nine. And that is what's so impressive about the Shopping Sherlock, because we are perfectly positioned. I don't care what Amazon does, eBay or Google. They're in our Sherlock. Does that make sense? So, we're excited about that. But what is happening on Power Team Marketing? We have our team training site. Uh-oh, guys, hold on one second. We have our team training website at powerteammarketing.com. Any question that you guys could probably have, whether it's online marketing, offline marketing, how to do this, how to do that, trust me, you're not the first person who has thought of it. There is a video tutorial teaching you or showing you exactly how it's done. We have a schedule of events. If you go to ceostraining.info, all you have to do is register, and every single day you're going to get a daily email update with exactly what's going on with the team. Okay, so you're never not going to be in the loop. You don't have to rely on your sponsor to tell you, what is happening. You're going to always know. We have our very own conference call line, and this one in particular is in conjunction. This is with this liveonedream.info, the 201 number. But we also, let me give you guys, and I hope you have a pen, this is training, let me give you guys a backdoor number. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, in addition to our Sunday night team calls and things of that nature, we have our own team conference call line. We've had it for years. That number is 712-432-0074. I'm sorry, 0075, and the PIN code is 865707#. Okay, I still can't type. So it's 712-432-0075. The PIN code is 865707#. Now, we have our own webinar platform. So anything Power Team Marketing, you don't have to say, what's the website? It's going to be at liveonedream.info. We're very, very consistent. In addition to that, we have a pre-recorded overview. There are going to be times when, you want somebody to look at it real quick, or you want to shoot somebody an overview. That is at SherlockPresents.com. Now, the thing about it is I definitely want you guys to get in the habit of funneling them through your marketing system, because remember, it's a marketing system, so it will keep in touch with them and send them email follow-ups on your behalf. If you just send them to SherlockPresents.com, you won't get the marketing system that comes with that, okay? So you won't get the follow-up system. But we have our very own Facebook support group. If you guys are not a part of that, reach out to your anybody in your upline. We'll make sure that we invite you into the group. Very instrumental. Lots of information shared there. We have a sizzle call. And you know what? I want you guys to listen into this sizzle call. On Monday nights, we're actually going to move this GST training to 10 p.m. And we're going to have a teleconference. It's going to be a move into action, almost like I call it a fear of loss. What it'll do is it's going to sound pretty much like this sizzle call. It won't give the compensation plan, but what it will do is designed to create a movement. So what it is, it's a fear of loss, and what it's going to do is tell them, hey, you know what, you guys are on this call because, you know, the person who invited you, not everybody even, you know, has the privilege of being on the call. So, you know, whoever invited you thought you were pretty sharp, a leader, this, that, and the other. And we'll kind of just set the stage, let them know, look, we have something huge going on. Talk about the industry and, you know, give them enough. What in the world? Who just did that? Brandon? Hold on, guys. Brandon, don't touch anything. We're having technical difficulties. We can't see as we're typing. Nobody can type in the box. So, anyway, so, you know, listen to the sizzle call. It's going to give you kind of an idea of what the Monday night call is going to be like. It's designed for you to bring your prospects so that they want to find out more. Some people, right from the call, trust me, they're going to want to join. Right from that call, it's going to be just that powerful. But, you know, so that's what we're going to do starting next week on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern. And every day, we have a way for you guys to expose this business to your prospects. We have midday webinars Monday through Friday, 12 p.m., noon Eastern. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have what we call grand openings, where everybody comes, they bring their guest on. You know, it's really, really nice. Global No Floyd, I think, does Tuesday nights, and Brandon does Thursday nights, and you know, it's an awesome time. So we all want to participate and bring your prospects. You guys have to get in the habit of allowing the leaders to do the heavy lifting for you. Allow us to close your people. Just stay in invite mode. If you guys can become professional inviters, allow the leaders to help you close your prospects out, okay? So in addition to that, on Thursday nights, so every Monday night, of course, we have the Getting Started train. It's going to be moved to 10 p.m. Eastern. On Thursday nights as well, after the live webinar with Brandon, Global Power Rot Doctor, he's going to come up and, you know, just show us the ins and outs of how to actually work the Sherlock Saber. So your prospects that are on, they're going to actually see, you know, the product and see how we use it and how we, you know, gain phenomenal savings. 10 a.m., we had a wonderful call this past Saturday. But we have a women's leadership call. Now, the number here is different. And you know what? I off the top of my head, I don't have it off the top of my head, but it will be posted. It's not going to be this 201. We're no longer going to have the women's leadership call on this platform. We're going back to a teleconference. And that number is going to be different because we don't want everybody just popping on. There's lots of guys and people, you know, they know our other numbers, so they're always popping on at different times. So a lot of times we talk about things that are, you know, sometimes it goes in just different directions. So anyway, ladies, I will be posting that like Saturday mornings, Friday evenings. I post up, and so you'll get the number to that. And on Saturday night, Global Brandon Ivy, he does a phenomenal mindset training. And I don't want you guys to think, a lot of times people are like, well, I've been to one, so I've already been to mindset training. No, there is a different topic every single week. You're learning something different every single week. Now, here's the thing. It took us all of our life, really. It was our best thinking. Would you guys agree? I know you can't type right now, but it was our best thinking that has gotten us to where we are today. You think we could stand to learn something different? Or at least a different way of doing something that's going to produce, more fruit? Absolutely. So the mindset trainings, those are kind of what gets us through the week. It is so instrumental. You just sometimes, you know how you know something, but it's not until someone else says it in a certain way that it just resonates and it clicks and you get it. And then you become totally unstoppable. Well, that euphoric moment happens at different times for different people. So you definitely want to attend the mindset trainings. Sunday evening, 8 p.m., we have a live. And actually this Sunday, it's going to be very different. I don't know if we're going to be live streaming. I think we will. But we're going to have Global Power, Diamond Chuck Williams. There's only 2 diamonds in the company. Diamond Chuck Williams is going to have a very special guest in St. Louis. Our very own CEO, Mr. Michael Weeder, is headed to St. Louis on, I think it's Sunday. And Sunday or Saturday? Brandon, I can't see you typing. You have to say something if you're here. But it is, what is the 10th, guys? It's on the 10th. I may not be that bright. So if somebody can do their flag real quick, and I'll unmute you. But whatever day the 10th is, we are having, Daniel. Hold on, Daniel.
That's a Saturday, Lou.
That's
Saturday. Yep.
Thank you so much. Okay, so Saturday, we're going to have, our CEO is actually going to be in the house live in St. Louis. So if you guys know anybody in the St. Louis area, you need to have them in the room. And there is actually, that flyer is floating around. So you guys definitely, and that'll be posted in our group as well. You definitely, if you know anybody, please, I promise you, nobody can get in front of Michael Weeder and not join your business. It's just, and coupled with Chuck Williams as well, it's a done deal. So if you want to build your business in the Midwest, or you know anybody in the St. Louis area, please go ahead and have them invite them to that event. And lastly, we have our team leadership hangout is what I'll call. Actually, you know what? Not sure I can call it a hangout anymore because we're no longer going to be on this platform. We're going to be at the 712-432-0075, and the PIN code on that is 865707#. We're going back to the teleconference. So it's not going to be on liveonedream.com. We're not going to have a webinar platform with our team call. Okay, it's a lot more intimate on the 712 number, and we can all speak and this, that, and the other. So those are really much nicer. So anyway, you guys want to get down to the nitty gritty. Now again, it's a result of your absolute best thinking that has gotten you to where you are right now. And I believe it's kind of safe to say that we weren't really happy with exactly where we were. We wanted something more, something different. So in order to accomplish that, the very first thing I want you to do, there's some core commitments that it's imperative, you just must make them. Now, I want you to commit to at least 12 months into your Shirk and Sherlock business. At least 12 months. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of times people just bounce. Well, let's use a little common sense here. What's the likelihood of you building residual income in every 30 to 90 days, you're bouncing to a different company. Probably zero, right? You're not going to build anything. So you need to commit. 12 months into your Shop and Sherlock business, that means no matter what is happening in your business, you're committed, because you never know. I've seen success story after success story after success story where a person may have started out, maybe their first, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, not too much was happening. In the 6th month, 7th month, OMG. And they're now making 3,000 to 4,000, 5,000, a week in this business. Shop and Sherlock in this business. So it's happened numerous times. The second thing I want you to commit to is activate and maintain your $34.95 monthly subscription fee. Now, because we have banked volume, which means, once you guys become a star affiliate, you can start to receive cycle bonuses. So you want to get there like ASAP. But once you start to receive cycle bonuses, nothing's perfect. So you're always going to have one leg that's growing larger than the other leg. Well, when that happens, whenever those cycles are available on that one side, it's banked volume. You don't lose that volume. Okay? So it's not one of these things where, since I didn't get anything on this side, I just kind of lost that. No. As long as your monthly subscription fee is active, it's banked volume. That is huge. $1.15 a day to maintain your business. I don't care what is happening in your life, you can afford $1.15 a day. That is something you don't even think about it. Just maintain that, and trust me, anybody who allows themselves to lose their banked volume, I have to question. I have to question a few things. I'll just say that. Now, you want to commit to giving away your first 5 free Sherlock Saver memberships within 24 hours. If you haven't done that, let's go ahead and knock that out. Especially since I have, told you the secret. Go ahead and ask for their email address and give away your free Sherlocks. People can't give them away because we haven't been giving them away. We've been offering them. When you ask somebody to sign up to do you a favor and sign up for your Sherlock Saver, you're offering. If you're going to give it away, give it away. Get their email address and give it to them. So anyway, that is my tip. And so what you want to do is commit to enrolling your 2 new independent distributors and get promoted to Star Affiliate ASAP. You cannot earn cycle bonuses until you become a Star Affiliate. If we do nothing else, you don't need to know the compensation plan. You don't need to know how the compensation plan works. This and that about the cash back, or all you need to know is that you need to get to Star Affiliate. We don't care about the mechanics. None of that stuff will matter for you until you get to Star Affiliate anyway. So let's keep the main thing the main thing. Get to Star Affiliate. As a matter of fact, if you guys are coming to me asking me any other question other than, are you available for a 3-way? Or something pertaining to a prospect and you're not a Star Affiliate, you don't want to do that. I'm letting you know now. I'm getting tougher. You don't want to do that because it's not necessary. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. Sometimes we get so caught up with information. We feel like we need to know everything. And those are just excuses. To me, that is the devil just stopping us from, to me, that's just one more excuse. Well, I don't know how. You don't need to know any of that. Get to Star Affiliate. And it's going to start by you bringing people to the webinars, by you, allowing them to sharing the opportunity, whether it's through the marketing system and they see your overview or the SherlockPresents.com, and then three-weighing them with your upline leaders to allow us to help you close them out. That is one of the main things that people miss. Even when they share the opportunity, a lot of people miss the three-way, which closes them out. It is so difficult to ask people, especially people that you know, it's very difficult to ask for the money. So don't do it. Allow somebody else to do it. Now, you want to commit to following the system. It works. And then you want to commit to doing your part. Okay? And in doing your part, let me show you what that looks like. But you don't want to ever give up. You know, and I thought of this, and I told the ladies this Saturday on our women's leadership call, that discouragement is a part of the process. But a lot of times we allow ourselves to get discouraged at various points. So for whatever reason, we allow ourselves, maybe it's not happening fast enough for you. We allow ourselves to get discouraged, and we immediately, our first reaction to discouragement is to quit. You have to understand that discouragement is a part of the process. That's a part of your journey. Does that make sense? I know you guys can't type, but it's a part of the journey. I swear to you, I wish somebody had told me years ago that discouragement was a part of the process. Because I would get discouraged, and, you know, the first sign of discouragement, oh, I'm out of here. And so you cannot build. If every time you get discouraged, which is a part of the process anyway, which means because it's a part of the process, you get discouraged here, you go somewhere else, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get discouraged there because it's a part of the process. And then you go through a cycle, a never-ending cycle of quitting everything you start because you get to the point of discouragement and you don't really understand, it hasn't sank in yet that it's simply a part of the process. So, you heard it from Lou. It's a part of the process. If it's starting to happen, guess what? Say, you know what? It's a part of the process. You know, no, you can't win, you know, discouragement. It's just, like I said, I think it's the devil or something. That's one of his tricks. So anyway, you want to establish yourself. We use a power team marketing, and I'm on my soapbox, guys, so we're probably going to be about 10 minutes over. But we use what I call the PS3 system. You want to pique your prospect's interest. You want to share the opportunity. You want to three-way with your upline leader. Again, PS3, not PS1, not PS2. So if you're piquing interest and not sharing the opportunity and not three-weighing, that is the problem why you're not getting people in your business. If you're piquing interest and sharing the opportunity, but then not doing the three-way, and you wonder why you can't close out your prospects, that is the problem. It's a three-step system. Step 1 and 2, you know, doesn't work without step 3. Does that make sense? So anyway, you want to establish yourself a leadership support team. List the names, phone numbers, email addresses of your nearest 3 upline leaders. You can pick 5. It doesn't matter. You want to get as many leaders on your support team as possible. Of course, you want your personal sponsor. I'm going to tell you right now, if your personal sponsor is following the system, they're probably as new as you are. With that, your personal sponsor may or may not be the person who you can get into the trenches with to help you excel in your business. So, from this day moving forward, I don't want anybody to use as an excuse anything about what their sponsor did or didn't do. Them simply introducing you into this opportunity is a blessing. If they are, in fact, the same person who you can get into the trenches with and excel in your business, we call that a double blessing, which is why it's imperative to establish yourself a leadership support team. So you're going to jot down your nearest power affiliate or above, your nearest globals, all 5, I don't know how many ever globals you need, reach out to people. And I'm going to tell you guys, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. I don't want you to ever say, well, I didn't want to bother Lou. I didn't want to bother Brandon. No, I want you to bother us. I want you to reach out because that means you are working your business. You will never, nobody is ever going to get upset with you for working your business. Okay? When you guys excel, we excel. So please reach out to us, and please don't feel like you guys can't, reach out to us. And if you're new, you want to be reaching out, friending on Facebook, all the leaders. You want to be reaching out to as many people. You want to establish yourself a leadership support team. And I'll show you why in a little bit, but it has a lot to do with establishing yourself, your support team to do your 3 ways. Okay? You don't have all the answers. Don't even try. Just surround yourself with people that will help take you higher, which is your leadership support team. Now, you want to do your part. I don't know one person who can eat an entire apple in one bite. Not one person. Now, the thing about it is, I have seen people, they come in, Lou, I want to make $10,000 a month. Well, my thing is, let's set a series of attainable goals, right? So in order to do that, let's do your part. If you do your part, and, together everyone is going to achieve more. So we can't get to $10,000 a month if we haven't first gotten to 100, right? $100 a month. So the first thing you want to do is do your part. If you get your 2 people, that's $100. That's something you can feel, touch, spin, right? So there's 3 things that I want you to commit to in doing your part. You want to maintain your $34.95 monthly subscription fee. Okay? Commit to your business at least 12 months into your business, no matter what is going on in your business. That's $1.15 a day. You want to personally sponsor 2 new affiliates. Get it done. Whenever you have, and I was a cheerleader, been a cheerleader on track. I was a cheer coach, and I teach my girls. It's everybody. I had a situation, when you're cheering football, the weather is not always that great, right? So I had some young ladies, and I had a girl on the team, and, it was cold, and the weather was messed up, and it was chilly. I think it was rainy, and, the guys, they still had to play ball. So for us, we still had to be out there cheering. So she said, you know what, I want to go home, blah, 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 blah. And so we stayed, but I told her, if you go home, you can go home. Absolutely, I can't stop you from going home. But when you get back to practice, because you are leaving the team hanging, you got to do some extra laps. I mean, you can't just leave the team hanging and we're dependent on you, right? So, yes, of course, we can't make you stay, but just know when you leave, when you come back, you still got to answer. You still have to be accountable. So what happened was she was so convicted. So she left for probably about 15 minutes. And, she came back, and her mom came back, and her mom pulled me to the side and said, you know what? She really felt bad. I was talking to her, and she really felt bad about leaving the team hanging. And so she came out, and we all cheered her up and loved on her and hugged on her. And we ended up having, a great time. But that was just a lesson to be learned. So I love my cheer babies. I miss them so much. But that was something, and on her own, she just felt convicted about not being a team player. And so this is the kind of conviction you guys need to have. If a 10-year-old can have that type of conviction, I need you guys as adults to have the same type of conviction. I cannot bail on my team. We know that life gets in the way. We know that it's so easy to get distracted with a ton of other things. However, when we allow ourselves to get distracted, it doesn't get us closer to our goals, which is why we started in the first place. So that's why it's so very important, going right back to the first thing I said, what's your why? Because if you keep your why up close and personal and in your face, for me, my why is, now this is my why. I told you that I have been self-employed for the past 21 years, which means if I had to start over, get into corporate America, what in the world am I going to put on a dang old resume? I don't have any job references that says she shows up on time. I'm one of the hardest working people on the planet. I don't have any job references saying, she's this or she's that, or she can type X amount. I type 60 words a minute, but I don't have anybody to vouch in terms of an employer. So that is my why, and it's so up close. What the hell else, excuse my language, am I going to do? I got to get this thing done. So my why, and it's so in my face until I don't even have to remind myself on a daily basis, because it's just perfectly clear. What else are you going to do, honey? And so that is my why. You have to find your own why. And I'm sorry I'm on a soapbox, but so you guys have to create your own why. And then thirdly, your career goal. In the Shopping Sherlock, is to give away 40 free Sherlock savers. Hello? We raised the bar, so we're only asking you guys to give away 50. I just gave you the secret sauce to giving away 100 plus in less than 10 days. Knock it out. And then we just duplicate this. Maintain your $34.95. Sponsor 2 people, give away 50 free Sherlocks. Hello, by asking for their email address. And we duplicate the process. Because it is so simple, everybody on the team can do it. Does that make sense? Again, we're biting off the apple one bite at a time. If we all take one bite, we're going to all, the entire apple gets eaten. So that is what we are talking about. And in the business blueprint, why is it so very important for you to do your part and get to? Because there is power in the number 2 for every 2 personally Sherlock systems that are sold, for every 2 people that you get into your business for $249, you're going to earn a $100 bonus, a $100 fast start bonus. You can accomplish that again in your first week. And, for me, I'm so mad that this, our chat box isn't working. But you know what? I need you guys just to, can you all just raise your flag if you're going to commit to doing your part? I know you can't type. We're having difficulties on that. If you guys can just raise your flag if you will commit to doing your part. I need to know who my team players are. Just raise your flag, please, if you will commit from this day moving forward to being a team player. In playing sports, people get it. Because even when, on my cheer team, we were in competition. It didn't matter. I had one young lady on the team, and she could do backwards flips and, flip 3-4 times and all this stuff. She was in gymnastics. And, she had a personal gymnastics coach, so she did a lot of extra things that some of the other girls couldn't do. I had a couple girls who couldn't do a good cartwheel. But the thing was, I had to tell her, baby, the team wins, not just you. It's about the team. She always wanted to stand out. I couldn't play favoritism because it's about the entire team. Again, raise your flag. Just tap on your flag if you guys will commit to doing your part. I only see 3, 4 people. I need you guys to just tap it once, baby, and let me know if you guys are with me on this. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, what happens when you do your part? Here's the reward for you. When you do your part, here's the reward. Team cycle bonuses. This is where it starts to get really good. Where it starts to get good for every 2 people who get into your business, every 2 purchases of the 249 system on each team. We all have 2 teams, one on the left, one on the right. So for every 2 who get in on the left, every 2 who get in on the right, it triggers a $50 cycle to you. Now, it doesn't matter who gets them in, doesn't matter where they fall in. You don't know these people. They're working for themselves, and they are families. But every time one of your team members does their part, whenever there are 2 on the left, or I'm going to say whenever 2 of your team members does their part, no matter where they are, who brought them in, how they fall in, whenever there are 2 on the left, 2 on the right, guess what? It triggers a $50 bonus to you. I have never seen a comp plan like this, okay? I've never seen a comp plan where you can make so much money by bringing in 2 people and duplicating that. I just haven't seen it. Now, here's the thing. You guys want to make a list of the top 25 most influential people you know. I'm going to say make a list of 100 because I know you have more than 25 people in your contacts in your cell phone right now. So, you want to write down as a memory jogger. Write down the name, phone number, email address if you have it. Anybody in sales, network marketing, leaders, likes money, needs money. I love beauticians. I love barbers. I love people who are self-employed, insurance agents. They're already familiar with residual income. They love it. Your real estate agents and your mortgage brokers need residual income because they are only as good as their last closing. Trust me on that. So they actually need residual income in the worst way. But any students, stay-at-home moms, it list goes on and on and on. So, you'd be surprised at how many people you actually do know when you start, tapping into and just jotting down that list. Even going through your phone contact. Nobody is off limits. And let me give you guys another tip. The hardest part of network marketing is getting people to see your opportunity. That's the hardest part in network marketing. It's not getting people in. That's the easy part. Getting people to look at the opportunity so that they can get in is the hardest part, if that makes sense to you. So share the opportunity. The people who you think will, won't. The people who you think won't, will. So stop prejudging people. You might look at somebody from the outside and it looks like they really have it together. They have a nice house, a new car. Oh, don't you know that those bills are probably kicking them in the behind? And they're dying for a way out, some more money. Don't you know that? A lot of people live well above their means, and they are robbing Peter every 2 weeks. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. They have a beautiful home, beautiful car, don't even have gas money to get to work the entire week. They got to borrow a 20 spot, a hot 20. You guys know what I'm talking about. So don't underestimate anybody. You never know who is in a position. Allow them to eliminate themselves. Now, we want to pre-sort our way to success. Become a professional inviter. With our PS3 system, again, we're piquing interest, we're sharing the opportunity, and we are passing up to the 3-way so that somebody's got to ask for the money. And a lot of times, like I said, we're scared to ask for that commitment, to ask for that money. So don't do it, allow your leader to do it. We don't have that emotional attachment. It's all business for us. The people who know you, you already know that they were laid off from their job or this or whatever. Everybody has a story, and at the point that you know their story, they're like, how can you possibly ask me when you know my story? Well, Lou doesn't know their story. Brandon doesn't know their story. We don't care. This is business. Either you're in or out. Okay? So just allow us to help you build your business because it's not personal. It's business. Now, you want to follow the script. It's really simple. We have a simple business. We're only doing two things here. It's not rocket science. We help people to save money on products and services that they're going to use anyway. We help others to make money on those same products and services. I'm going to go over 6 scripts that you guys can use, 3 for customers and 3 for business partners. In customer acquisition, and if you guys want to help me out real quickly here, I need you guys to raise your red flags if you want to read these scripts really quickly, but I need you to raise them really quickly or I'll just read them off myself. But I'm going to go over, okay, I'll just read them off myself. Script number 1, this is for customer acquisition. Can you do me a huge favor? You know what, I just got started in my own home-based business, and I'm working on getting promoted. Could you please help me out and be my customer? The best part is that it won't cost you anything. Our product is free, okay? Thanks a bunch. Script number 2, let me ask you a question. Have you ever bought anything online before? I mean, if I could show you how you can save money on every single purchase you made online by giving you a free membership to a secret shopping website called the Sherlock Saver. Now, just give me your email address and I'll get you all set up in about 30 seconds. And you know what? This is free. You're not going to believe it. Script number 3, listen. I am going to do you a huge favor. Now, what was the last item you purchased online and how much did you pay? Now, I'm going to find you a better deal on the same item, and then I'm going to show you how you can do it yourself for free. How does that sound? Again, guys, I love the one we're asking for the email address. Okay? I don't want to ask, me personally, but these work. Now, these work. These methods do work. But I just assume, tell them, hey, I want to give you a free membership. Girl, what's your email address? It's going to save you about up to 74% savings as you're shopping online. It's free. If they give me that email address, they have agreed to be my customer. If I ask them to do me a huge favor, they might tell me yes. Next thing I know, it never gets done because I'm waiting for them to make the next move. So me personally, I do the email address approach so I know they're my customer. It's a wrap. It's done, and I'm moving on with life. I don't want to get frustrated and lose friends because one of my friends, said they were going to be my customer and they never did. If that makes sense. Now, distributor script. These are a little different. These are for piquing interest. Okay, for the business side. Script number 1, can you do me a huge favor? You know what? I just got started in my own home-based business and I'm just learning. Can you watch this quick 5-minute video for me and let me know if you know anyone who'd be interested? I really appreciate it. Script number 2, listen. You know what? I know you're probably not interested, but I heard about a company that is paying people to shop online. Now, this company is moving real fast. So can you take a look at this quick video and then let me know if you know anyone who'd be interested? Do you see that? We fear of lost them. Told them, you know what? I know you're probably not interested, but watch this video and let me know if you know somebody who may be interested. And, 9 times out of the 10, they'll say, wait a minute. How do you know that I'm not interested? That's going to be the typical response. People get so offended. How are you going to tell me I'm not interested? And so I really love that. But then script number 3. And then when they say, well, how do you know I'm not interested? Well, you know what? I don't. Why don't you take a look at the video and let me know if you're interested? You see that comeback? Bam. But it's very, you didn't browbeat them with your opportunity. You were really nonchalant about it. Script number 3. Listen, if I could show you how to make money every time somebody shopped online by simply giving away a free product, would you want to hear about it? Great. You know what? We're having a live presentation on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern at liveonedream.info. Now, all you have to do is sit in front of your computer and watch, okay? Bam. That is it, okay? And so those are the 3 scripts. Let me do a recap. Step number 1, we want to peak interest, utilizing the peak interest script. Step number 2, we want to share the opportunity. Again, we can share the opportunity a couple different ways. The sizzle call, that sizzle call number is 641-715-3900. The PIN code 708-916#. The other way is the business overview, SherlockPresents.com. Again, I love for you guys to funnel them through your marketing system so that it will follow up with them on your behalf. But the SherlockPresents.com, nobody can sign up there. It's strictly to pique the interest, to show the opportunity. And so it's a very safe method. You don't have to worry about anybody being able to click on a link or this, that, the other. No. So that is a very safe website that you can send your prospects to. Or sending them to a live webinar, liveonedream.info. Step number 3, inviting them to join. Sometimes after an overview or after a live webinar, a person's going to be like, look, where do I sign up? If that is the case, we call them a red apple. If they're a red apple, give them your website. Walk them through the steps of signing up, okay, and enrolling. But there are other cases where they have questions. Guess what? That's where the 3-way with the upline leader comes in. When you try to be the deal like you know everything yourself, they're going to respond to you like you're the deal and you know everything yourself. The moment they ask you a question and you cannot answer them, you will lose them. So it's okay if you're not the deal. Okay? That's what the 3-way with the upline leader is for. Don't get caught in a jam where people are asking you questions that you can't answer. Don't do that. That's one of the worst mistakes people make. Now, easy as 1, 2, 3. So, once you have piqued the person's interest, let's say that you utilize the sizzle call. You want to simply ask them, are you open to getting more information? If they say no, you know what? What's your email address? Let me give you a free membership to our Sherlock Saver. It's going to save you about up to 74% on your purchases. If they say yes, great. You know what? Here's a 10-minute overview. You give them your marketing system, or you can, if there's a live webinar going on that night, hey, great. You know what? There's a live webinar that's going to show you and that's going to explain everything in more detail. It's happening tonight, or Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern at liveonedream.com. And, watch it. It's going to explain everything in more detail, and I'll call you after, okay? I always try to seal the deal and get confirmation by asking them, okay? When I say okay, guess what they're going to say? It's really, trippy. If I say okay, they're going to say okay. When they say okay, they are confirming the appointment. Now, the thing is, when you send somebody to, watch a webinar or watch an overview, you have to let them know that you're going to be contacting them. If I'm sending somebody to watch the overview, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to contact you back in about 20 minutes, okay? What does that do? That lets them know that I'm going to follow up with them in 20 minutes. It increases the chances of them doing it in that time frame. Okay? Same thing with the webinar. I'll call you after, okay? When they say okay, they already understand. They've confirmed the appointment that we're going to talk after the webinar. Now, here is where your upline leader comes in. When you send a person off to the overview or, to look at the overview or a live webinar, it is before you call them back to follow up, you want to either text or call your upline leader, one of your upline leaders, to see if they're available to do a three-way. Okay? What you don't want to do is call your prospect back. You haven't lined up your three-way, so now when they're asking you questions, you have to tell them, you know what, let me see if I can locate my upline. That is so very unprofessional and ridiculous. Line up your three-way prior to even calling them back to follow up. That's a smarter deal. So now it flows, because now that you've lined up your three-way with your upline leader, hey, Brandon, are you available to do a three-way? I have somebody looking at the webinar. Hey, Brandon, are you available to do a three-way? Lou, are you available to do a three-way? I have somebody looking at the presentation right now, the overview. If I tell you yes, then I am on standby, because I know there is a 50-50 shot that you're going to call me back with a prospect on the line. Step number 3. Now you've lined up your prospect, right? You've lined up your three-way. You have 3 questions, 3 sentences. 1, did you get a chance to watch the video? Or if you send them on the live webinar, you were on the webinar as well. So thanks for attending the live webinar. Number 2, what did you like best? We do not ask a prospect, did you like it? If I ask a person, did they like it, that is a yes or no question. So I'm setting myself up for a 50-50 shot of a negative reply. So I'm not going to set myself up for a negative reply at all. What did you like best? Now you're forced to only tell me things that you liked, because I didn't ask you if you liked it. I said, what did you like best? So now you got to go back in that brain of yours and tell me the things that you liked. It sets the stage for a positive conversation. Number 3, here's the segue into your three-way. Do you have any questions? Yeah, well, I really liked it. I was wondering, how do you guys get paid? Do you guys pay, checks, or how often do you get paid? Once a week or once a month, or do you do debit cards? Do we get paid when people buy stuff online? Whatever they come up with as a question, you know what? Great question. And I want to go ahead and get your question answered so that you can go ahead and make a definitive decision. You know what? Hold the line. You got a minute? Let me get Mr. Brandon Ivy on the line. He is one of our top leaders of the company. He's leading the national expansion of our company, has 120% of the information. This guy loves having fun, making so much money, with our business and helping so many other people. Give me a sec. Let me get him on the line. You see that? Didn't matter what question they asked me. It was a great question, whatever it is. Great question. You got a sec? Hold on. Let me get you on the line. And that is what you do. But you want to edify the leader. Now, another trick is, and then I'll let you guys go, another trick is, once you edify your leader and once you get the person on with your upline leader, a trick that I use, my upline leader is always Mr. or Miss, okay? Because I have to establish the respect in that conversation concerning the Shop and Sherlock. I need to establish the respect and who I respect as the leader in this opportunity. I need to establish that from the first moment that they get on the phone, because you guys might get some, influential people. And I like to say, unless it's a pastor, they're on first name basis. I don't care if they're the CEO of whatever. They're Jim, John, Bob, and Joe. And, Mr. Ivy is Mr. Ivy. Mr. Brandon Ivy. And Brandon will allow them to say, hey, you know what? Call me Brandon. Does that make sense to you guys? Because I have to establish, sometimes people are very cocky. You're going to come across a lot of people who are successful in what they do in their own right, in their own business, but they're not successful in the shopping Sherlock. So if you don't establish the respect in the conversation, it could really go to the left because of their ego. So if you establish that, what you will find is you're going to find that your cocky prospect, who's been cocky since the beginning of time, he's going to even start saying, yes, Mr. Ivy. Oh, great, Mr. Ivy. So he's going to, it just, I don't know why it happens like that, but once you establish that respect, your prospect picks up on that, and they run with that same level of respect. And so you don't have that ego going on in the conversation. But if you don't, if you call me up and say, hey, Lou, I have Sally on the line, I have Valerie on the line, and, she's this, that, the other, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I cannot be your homegirl Lou and close out your people for you. Allow me to tell them to call me Lou. On a three-way call, I need you guys calling me Miss Smith. Does that make sense? I know we can't write in the chat box. But anyway, lastly, I need you guys to just have fun with this thing. You need to have fun with this thing. There is a checklist of stuff I want you to do, and I'm going to tell you to do most of this stuff after money-making hours. Now, the grand opening, we already have that covered for you. Invite people on Tuesday and Thursday nights. If you guys have a group that you want to expose this to, contact any of the leaders. We'll make sure that we schedule some time where we can do a webinar on your behalf to expose it to your prospects. So if you guys need a private webinar, come to any one of us, and we'll make sure that we're able to provide that for you. Now, getting familiar with your back office and all of this stuff, I need you guys to do this stuff after money-making hours. I'm saying after 10 p.m. Eastern, after 10 p.m., when you can't make business calls anymore, this is when you want to do all the information gathering that you want to learn how to give away the free Sherlock and watch the video, or, search your Sherlock Saver, learn the compensation plan, do all of that stuff, because I don't want you guys to get stuck in information mode. Information mode, unfortunately, none of us get paid to do research. So I'm telling you guys, I don't want you to get stuck in information mode. You won't make a dime in information mode. So do all of that stuff in hours that you can't even talk to anybody, a prospect, on the phone. So with that, I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you at the top. I want you to have fun with this business, and don't you dare quit. There is too much money at stake. Okay, there is too much money on the line. I've seen too many people. I met a young lady who actually, heard of a story of a young lady who actually missed out on $20,000 because, she of 5 minutes. Can you guys imagine? We're in a binary structure, so it really is about timing and positioning. Can you imagine she was heeing and hawing, and I don't know if I should get involved, get in, She ended up getting in, but she got in after two other young ladies got in, signed up before her. She ended up under them instead of above them, and they blew this thing up. So instead of her capitalizing on everything they did, they got to override her. 5 minutes cost her $20,000. Can you imagine? So I need you guys to really zone in. I need you to stay focused. Again, it's $1.15 a day. So even if life gets in the way, so what? You have banked volume, and you don't want to, you want to keep your flag planted. It's all about us building a foundation. And, one of the things about being a trailblazer, I'm going to say that we are in a position right now where we are the Facebook, we are the Google, we are Amazon, we are eBay when they first became in existence. So we are the round table, if you will. We're 2 years in. This month documents our second year as a company, which means that we've survived. We've gotten past that mark where, companies don't even last 3 months, 6 months. Lots of companies don't even launch. So we're well beyond that point. Okay, so now it's about planting our flag. It's about educating others. And because we are the very first company on the planet to do what we're doing, nobody has heard of us. Nobody knows to look for an e-commerce opportunity. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing about it is a year from now, you guys are going to be overriding on a global level. So you're going to have people from all across the country in your downline. The bad thing is people don't know that we exist. So it's up to us to open our mouth just in education mode, if that makes sense. With that, again, I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys at the top tomorrow. We have a midday 12 noon at liveonedream.eastern, liveonedream.info, and tomorrow night we have a grand opening with none other than Global Brandon Ivy. That is taking place at 9 p.m. Eastern here on this platform, liveonedream.info. I need you guys in invite mode. With that, you guys have a beautiful night, and God bless.